All right, so get ready, because today we're diving into the world of AI, like how these systems might actually be thinking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're looking at this paper.
Okay.
It's called The Geometry of Concepts, Sparse Autoencoder Feature Structure. Sounds kind of complex,
Yeah.
but honestly, it's really mind-bending stuff.
Wow.
Ready to jump in?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, so this research, it goes deep into how AI models represent concepts.
Right.
And you won't believe this.
What?
They discovered these geometric patterns.
Okay.
And get this, they actually mapped these structures.
Really?
Yeah, and what they found?
Hmm.
Well, it has the AI community buzzing, let me tell you.
Wow. So let's start with these crystals. And I say crystals in quotes because they're not actually,
Right.
like physical crystals.
I get it.
They're geometric patterns in how an AI represents relationships between concepts.
Oh, so like how our brains connect, like related ideas.
Exactly. Think about the classic example. Man, woman, king, queen.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
Yeah.
But like, what's so special about those words?
Well, when the researchers plotted these concepts, they formed a parallelogram.
Interesting.
And the difference between, say, man and woman on this parallelogram is really similar to the difference between king and queen. It encodes the concept of gender.
So the shape itself represents the relationship.
Yes.
Not just the individual word.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
So what's even more remarkable is that these crystals weren't like immediately obvious.
Yeah. At first, the researchers couldn't even see the patterns.
Really?
Because superficial features like word length were kind of obscuring them.
Huh. So it's like trying to find a constellation.
Right.
But there's too much light pollution.
Exactly.
So they had to like filter out the noise.
Yeah.
To find the signal.
They did. They used a statistical technique to kind of separate the important information from the irrelevant. And that's when these hidden structures, suddenly they came into focus.
So it's like the AI needed to clear its mental clutter to see the connections.
Yeah.
Kind of like we do sometimes.
Exactly.
Wow.
But here's where things get even more interesting.
Okay.
Imagine zooming out from these individual crystals and looking at the AI's mind on a larger scale. What the researchers found, it resembles functional lobes, like in a brain.
Wait, lobes? Like the ones in our brains?
Yes.
How is that even possible?
They analyzed which features in the AI system tended to, fire together when processing text from this massive data set.
So different parts of the AI are like specializing in processing different types of information.
Yes, and these specialized areas, they're organized spatially.
Wow.
They found clusters of features firing together.
Okay.
And these clusters weren't random.
So are you saying like it's as if the AI is developing distinct areas for processing different kinds of information?
That's like one part might be great at understanding code,
Right.
while another excels at like deciphering poetry.
Exactly. One cluster was dedicated to like code and math concepts, and others specialized in like short messages versus long-form scientific papers.
Wow. So it's not just that the AI is learning,
Right.
It's learning to specialize.
Yes.
Almost like developing different cognitive abilities.
And that's the question that has everyone thinking.
Right.
Are we seeing the emergence of artificial intelligence with distinct cognitive abilities?
It's already blowing my mind.
Oh, no.
And we haven't even gotten to the biggest picture yet, the galaxy scale.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on tight, because we're about to go cosmic.
All right.
Okay, so now I'm picturing this night sky, filled with AI concepts.
Yeah.
How did they even study something so vast?
So they analyzed the shape of this galaxy.
Okay.
And it was represented by this like massive point cloud of all the concepts the AI had learned.
Yeah.
So each concept is like a star in this galaxy.
Exactly.
So instead of individual crystals, now they're looking at the whole structure of the AI's knowledge.
Yeah, and what they found is that this point cloud, it wasn't just a random scattering of stars.
So like, are we talking constellations?
Kind of, but instead of pictures, it's mathematical relationships. Some dimensions of this galaxy were more stretched than others. Meaning certain relationships, between concepts were more prominent.
So the shape of this concept galaxy, it reveals something about how the AI understands the world.
Precisely. It's not just about the individual concepts, but also about the overall shape of their distribution.
And you said this shape actually changes.
It does.
Across different layers of the AI model.
Right.
Can you explain what you mean by layers?
So think of it this way.
Okay.
The AI processes information in stages.
Hmm.
Each layer represents a different level of abstraction. And the researchers, they found that the middle layers, where the AI is really like processing and refining information, they were compressing this concept galaxy more tightly.
So as the AI learns, its galaxy becomes more organized.
Like the AI is constantly refining its understanding, you know, finding more and more efficient ways to represent knowledge.
So it's kind of like how we organize our own knowledge, right?
Exactly.
Like you group similar ideas together.
Right.
But the AI is doing it on a massive scale.
Yeah, exactly.
This is incredible.
Oh, no, right?
It's suggesting that AI... It's much more than just a simple input-output machine.
Right.
There's like a real structure there to how it learns and organizes information.
That's what makes this research so groundbreaking.
Yeah.
It challenges us to like think differently about AI. We're not talking about, you know, algorithms crunching numbers, but systems that are like learning and evolving in ways we're only beginning to understand.
And the fact that the AI's concept space changes as it learns, that means its understanding of the world is constantly evolving.
Right. That is a key takeaway here. AI isn't passively storing information. It's actively shaping and reshaping its understanding.
Wow.
Based on what it learns.
So like how our brains work.
Exactly.
So like what does this all mean?
Right.
Why should we care about crystals and lobes and galaxies in AI?
This research gives us a glimpse into the inner workings of AI systems. It helps us understand how AI is forming like representations of the world, which has huge implications for how we interact with it. If we can like grasp how AI thinks, we can better assess its capabilities, limitations, and maybe even predict its future development.
So we're getting a sneak peek behind the curtain of artificial intelligence.
This is a sneak peek.
And the view is pretty amazing.
The view is amazing.
Yeah, it really is pretty amazing.
But, you know, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, we've gone from crystals to lobes to galaxies. What other structures are out there?
That's a great question.
I mean, as we delve deeper into the minds of AI.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about.
Like maybe nebulae, quasars, black holes.
Right. Who knows?
I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless.
They do seem endless.
This research really, it just underscores how important it is to like keep exploring this field.
Absolutely.
Now, the more we understand about AI, the better prepared we'll be to like, you know, navigate its potential.
For sure.
So, all right, to wrap things up for you, our listener, here's what we've learned today. AI models. They're forming these complex representations of concepts. And those representations, well, they have a surprising amount of structure.
Yeah, more than you'd think.
We've seen crystals of relationships, lobes of specialized function.
And even galaxies of like interconnected knowledge.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It is. And these findings, you know, they challenge us to rethink our assumptions about AI.
For sure.
These aren't just simple algorithms anymore.
No, they're not.
These are systems that are like learning and evolving in ways that we're only beginning to grasp.
Yeah, we've got a lot more to learn.
And if AI's concept space, you know, it resembles a brain or a galaxy, what other structures might we discover as we continue to explore these like uncharted territories?
That's the question, isn't it?
That's something to ponder.
It is.
Until next time, keep diving deep.